Hey, I just wanted to film because I feel like I've been putting way too much pressure on myself with videos lately, and I'm like, oh, I just can't film like a regular like vlog just where I'm vibing because that's boring, and you know, it has to be something interesting. And I don't know where that came from because I feel like I used to be so just like chill with videos, and you know, I wouldn't be like, oh, nothing happened in this video, this is boring, because I've always just liked watching people just live their life. But at some point I started to be really critical of my videos, and I was like, oh my god, like it needs to be really entertaining, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. Like, I'm trying to get over that because I love watching and making just raw, realistic, whatever you want content, you know? I just wanted to film a clip because I feel like, well, no, I said I feel like I am not vibing. I am not thriving. For the past like few weeks, I went to Bali, which was amazing. I don't know if the Bali vlog will be up before or after this, but I went to Bali, had an amazing time. And then I was really sick from Bali, so I was recovering from that. So I was like in my bed for like a week recovering, which was not good because at that time I was also dealing with a lot mentally, but I was like in bed, so I couldn't really do things to help with my mental health. Obviously I tried to do a bit, but you know, I couldn't like, you know, go on a walk or like do exercise, like things that usually make me feel better, at least a little bit better in that moment. So it was definitely not fun. And then I was supposed to go to New Zealand, and I had an amazing time planned with Caitlin. We were going to see Jack Harlow, and then she got COVID, and obviously I was still sick, so I didn't end up going. And then also some other personal things were happening that were very heartbreaking and definitely made me feel this big as a person. And I realized that I don't feel as comfortable sharing when I'm like not doing great, because I feel like, okay, I was literally in the middle of filming that clip and then the camera turned off. Anyway, yeah, I realized that I'm not as comfortable being really like upset or showing like me being sad on camera anymore. And I think it's because of a few reasons. The first being, I'm always so wary that someone might be like, oh my gosh, you're doing this for attention, or what do you have to be sad about? Something along those lines. Like, the feeling of being invalidated is the worst. So I think I'm just really hyper aware that I might be really vulnerable, and then someone will be like, oh well, get over it, or like, I don't know. And then also I feel like there was obviously this huge shift after my breakup. Like, if you've been watching me for ages, I don't know why I said that so weirdly, but if you've been watching me for a while, obviously a lot changed, and I feel like I was suddenly seen as this person who's happy all the time, which obviously I did do a lot of work in finding my confidence and being happier, and lots of positive changes happened, but obviously I'm not happy 24/7. And maybe it's literally just because a few people commented saying like, oh, Chloe, the happiest person on YouTube. I know there was obviously no ill intent behind that, but I didn't realize how much those comments affected me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be happy 24/7. And then I was also like, oh my gosh, if someone watches my videos, I don't want them to be like, I feel worse now after watching this video, because I know obviously there is so much to deal with in life. And when I get comments like, oh, this, you know, video gave me comfort, it is a very good feeling to know that I can provide some sort of escape or comfort or like some sort of happiness to someone who is going through a bad time. So honestly, I feel like there's just too much going on up here, and you know, that's not new. Like, I'm always overthinking but I don't want to be like that, because I want to just post whatever I want. I want to post whatever reflects my life at the moment. So at the moment, in this current moment, I am not thriving. I've had multiple breakdowns. I did get my nails done, so that was a really nice moment. They're very stunning. And then I was watching some YouTube while I was having lunch. I was watching someone who was really talking about what they're struggling with, and it helped me feel very seen. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna talk to the camera, because also I'm in a really weird space right now where I feel like I'm so mentally drained, and I kind of just want to like run away into the woods and never talk to anyone again. So I was kind of like, I'm just gonna force myself to talk to the camera and share how I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into like the details because there's lots of personal stuff, but also I recently started seeing a new psychologist. Love her. She's amazing, honestly. Like, I cannot express how thankful I am for her, because one of the things I've been most excited for is finding my dream therapist, and I found her, and I honestly like just feel so happy, because yeah, honestly, I feel the tears going out. Like, she's amazing. Like, we absolutely vibe. She just gets me. Like, I feel no judgment from her. I feel comfortable sharing like anything on my mind. She makes me feel so validated. She has helped me realize so much about myself, and I'm just so thankful for her. And I'm so thankful that I even have, you know, things like Medicare and stuff that make therapy much more accessible in Australia. Anyway, so that has been a very positive thing. So I've been seeing her like once a week, and I have obviously been making progress, but it also makes you realize a lot, obviously. So there's a lot of processing that comes with it. So I'm kind of like, oh. And obviously, like, you're addressing like older wounds and stuff. So I'm at a very healing stage at the moment, which I always want to be in a healing stage, because I always want to be working on myself and healing and growing. But I feel like particularly in this moment, you know, the end of things, realizing things, trying to grow as a person, trying to remain positive when there's so much negativity around is always a struggle. Obviously, I try to be a positive person, but sometimes when it rains it pours, you know, but that is life, and it needs to rain in order for you to bloom. So that's what I remind myself. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk to you, you know. So I hope this is see, I was gonna say I hope this isn't so boring, but I need to just get over that. Like, even if it is boring, who cares, because this is my truth right now. Like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I used to be so good at like not caring about what people think. You know, I still strive to be that way, but it is hard, obviously. And sometimes when I'm filming, I already like predict the negative comments. Not that I even get that many, so I'm obviously so thankful for that and appreciate you all so much. And you know, I love this community that we have. But unfortunately, even if you just get one negative comment, like, it sticks out. And actually, I used to tell my friend about this. I would be like really down because I'd receive one comment and they'd be like, oh, but like, you've gotten so many other nice comments, like, why can't you just focus on that? And unfortunately, the brain latches onto the negative a lot of the time, well, at least my brain. And I try to explain it like, imagine you went to a party and like 10 different people were like, wow, you look amazing, you look amazing, and then one person says, you look absolutely horrendous, like, what were you thinking with that outfit, what is that makeup, it's disgusting, like, your hair is a mess. Of course you're going to remember that the most, unfortunately. Like, obviously I appreciate all the positive comments, like, more than you'll ever know. I honestly like screenshot comments that I get and have a little happiness folder that I put them in, so whenever I'm feeling down I can like look at your words. So, you know, obviously the positive comments aren't meaningless, they're so meaningful. But unfortunately, yeah, if you just get that one comment, it can really ruin a lot. And I've been working on that. But I don't even know how I started talking about this, but yeah, I've been listening to Conan Gray. I love Conan Gray. I'm actually going to his concert in Melbourne in November, so I'm so excited for that. I feel like that's a necessary life update. I guess this is fun, like a little life update moment. But yeah, that's a necessary life update because Conan Gray is incredible, like, as a human, as a songwriter, as a musician, everything. And I can't believe I wasn't listening to his music before. And I can't believe there was ever a time where he wasn't in my life. When I see him live, I know I'm gonna cry. Like, his music means so much to me, like, especially his newest album, like Family Line. Actually, let me quickly just say my favorites. Memories, Movies, Yours. Wow. I also feel like I'm just kind of like at a bit of a weird place in my life because I'm 25. I'm no longer in my early 20s. And I'm not saying that to say that I'm old, because obviously 25 is still young. But I feel like it's just like obviously being in your 20s is just so random. But like, you know, I talk to some people in their early 20s and I'm like, oh my god, I literally feel 40 years old talking to you because they seem so much younger. And obviously not everyone, like, you know, I do have friends that are like in their early 20s and stuff that I don't feel that way about. But yeah, like, I feel both old and young. And obviously I predicted my life to go a certain way for so long. Like, I was in a long-term relationship, I thought I'd be married, I even thought probably kids at this point. Absolutely not. I cannot imagine having a kid right now. Obviously I'm excited for that day, but not anytime soon. I'm not in a relationship and I definitely do feel that pressure constantly in the back of my mind. Like, I try to, like, you know, let go of that pressure, but it's hard when it's been so ingrained in society and in you for so long that, like, oh, if you're single in your 20s, like, yikes. Obviously I don't feel that way, but some people definitely make you feel like it's something to be ashamed of or something. But I'm happy to be single, and if my person is out there, I hope we will meet one day. And even just like dating in general, like, I feel so drained. I know I don't really talk about it. I sometimes talk about it in like Twitch streams and stuff, but I'm just not cut out for the current modern dating culture. Like, I feel too much. I can't be like casual. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't understand it. Like, obviously, yeah, everyone's different. I will never be able to be like that. Like, I need the romance, and obviously I'm terrified of settling. So yeah, I feel very drained from trying to be someone I'm not, because I was trying to like force myself to, you know, fit in the current dating culture. Why was I doing that? Like, why was I doing that? I guess I feel a bit lost, but also not really. Actually, you know what it is? I feel like I'm in the stage of unlearning a lot of thoughts and behaviors that have been ingrained in me for so many years. And I'm trying to embrace new, more healthier ways of thinking and behaviors. You know, me from a few years ago would probably be like terrified at where I am right now. But objectively, and without my subconscious coming into play, I am embracing where I am right now. And I'm actually quite happy with where I am right now. Like, there are a lot of good things in my life, but there's also a lot of pain. But I guess that's life, obviously. Honestly, I think it's also just like, sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place. Also, you know, it's kind of funny that I'm filming this right now because I have a lot of things to do. So like, do I have time? Probably not. But I just really need to talk and vent, I guess. I feel like I'm just in a very reflective period where I'm like, oh my God, my younger self had to deal with so much. And, you know, I don't feel that pain is fresh anymore, thankfully. But realizing just how severe some of the things I went through were, I am like kind of going through like a grieving period or something. I just want to like go to my younger self and like hug her and be like, you know, it is okay, you will get through it, and it's not always going to be this painful. Maybe I should like write a letter to my younger self. Anyway, I don't know what this video is, but I like to embrace it. You know, like, why does everything have to have a reason? Sometimes you just need to talk, sometimes you just need to do what you want to do, and this is what I want to do, and I'm not gonna question it, you know? Like, I really need to stop overthinking. And I hope, no, I was gonna say something like, just, that's it, that's the end of the sentence. Maybe that's the end of the video. Here's a hug. And I know that, you know, me talking about how going to therapy and stuff is like confronting and stuff, I hope that does not scare anyone from going, because it's obviously worth it. And one of my favorite quotes is, short-term uncomfortability for long-term peace. Sometimes you need to do things which may be a bit hard at first in order for you to gain long-term peace and long-term happiness. And there are just so many benefits to going to therapy. And like I said earlier, I'm so thankful that I live here, that I'm able to get access to therapy. I'm just so thankful for my stunning psychologist, who is incredible. Maybe I should get her a present. Anyway, I love you a lot, so I will talk to you later.